if you take probiotics, you are ahead of the game, and you might need to know this information. When you take a probiotic, what you want to do is you want to rotate them. If you take them the same all the time, they'll overgrow. So we use a lot of spore-forming bacteria, and what they do, spore-forming or soil bacteria, and what they do is think of them like a plowed field, right? They're going to plow the field. If I have a handful of flower seeds and I go into an established forest and I sprinkle them, they're not going to grow much. But if I take those same seeds and I sprinkle them to a plowed field, I'm going to get some flowers, more likely. And so they plow the field. They inhibit bad fungal growth, bad bacterial growth, and they grow for a few weeks and then they leave the body. And that's actually really good because your body needs to regulate itself. And we know that by taking these spore-forming probiotics, we can retest people with their stool panels, and we use a particular one that does a whole genome sequencing. It will change their good bacteria or their keystone species to actually increase without ever giving them any of those bacteria. So what we do is we see a low number. Typically, we think this way in the world and we go, well, here, take this. But what we really want to think is make the field ready for the seeds. And what happens then is these GI tracts that are resistant to taking probiotics, or people who are like, I've been on probiotics forever because it wasn't the right thing for you. So it's pretty safe always to start with a spore-forming probiotic. You can even take it ongoingly because it's not a human strain. It's not going to cause you to have a dysbiosis from it, which is kind of a big deal. And it's going to help regulate and inhibit fungal growth, which we've also talked a lot about because it's a big deal. You typically will think of it as candida, but it's not always candida. And so I kind of use those terms interchangeably unless we actually know what's growing, and that's a little hard to do. We only test for maybe 5 of the common funguses, but and there's about 24 different molds and funguses that are detrimental to humans. But those spore formers are really, really good. 2 a day. We'll put the link. It's not the whole picture. It's not going to usually fix everything. It just isn't. But it'll never, I shouldn't say never, but it's most of the time not going to hurt you. Some people, it's a little strong for them because their gut is so dysregulated. So that's why we do everything customized here so that we can give you exactly what you need. But if you want to self support, that's a really good way to do it.